In an unexpected setback, German Conservative leader Friedrich Merz failed to secure enough parliamentary votes to become Chancellor on Tuesday, throwing politics in Europe's largest economy into disarray as it seeks to emerge from recession and stem far-right extremism. Merz, who led his Conservatives to a federal election victory in February and signed a coalition deal with the centre-left Social Democrats, won just 310 votes in the lower house, the Bundestag, 6 short of an absolute majority. At least 18 coalition MPs failed to back him. While not a fatal setback, Merz's failure to win backing at the first attempt is a first for post-war Germany and an embarrassment for a man who has promised to restore German leadership on the world stage. 9 lawmakers abstained while 307 voted against Merz.
Number of members 630, cast ballots 621, invalid ballots 1. 310 parliamentarians voted in favour, 307 voted against, 3 abstained. Deputy Friedrich Merz has not reached the required majority of at least 316 votes. Pursuant to Article 63, Part 2 of the Constitution, he has not been elected Federal Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany.
Lars Holter is with Deutsche Welle and joins me from Berlin now for more on this story. Lars, what's the latest you have for us from Berlin?
Thanks for having me. Well, what a surprise. Today was meant to be a day of celebration for Friedrich Merz, who was set to become Chancellor. He won the election 10 weeks ago and he forged a coalition that has a slight majority in the Bundestag, the German parliament. And then entirely unexpectedly, Merz did not get enough votes to actually become a Chancellor. Now, the parties in the Bundestag have all retreated and are discussing what to do next. But here's what's likely going to happen. There will be a second vote, although not today. And if it doesn't get enough of a majority, then there will be a third vote where the threshold will be a lot lower. So after all is said and done, Friedrich Merz is likely still going to be the next Chancellor of Germany, but today has definitely cast a dark shadow over his upcoming term. And that's shocking indeed. So far, over those past few weeks, coalition talks had looked good. There was a certain spirit of getting things done, putting together a government that can tackle immigration and get Germany out of its current economic misery. And now this all seems to be put on hold.
But Lars, why did this fallout happen in the Bundestag and what will happen next?
Yeah, that's the million-euro question. Nobody knows exactly what happened. We do know that the coalition of Merz's center-right CDU and the center-left Social Democrats would have had enough of a majority to get this through today. Maybe there was some dissatisfaction within the coalition, likely with a junior partner. Maybe people weren't happy with the choice of department heads. Or maybe it was the fact that Friedrich Merz is not really a well-liked politician to begin with. Some, especially on the left, have, for example, criticized him for taking time off from his political career a few years ago to work for the global investment company BlackRock, certainly not a popular company. Then again, it was his business acumen that had also made him look like a good choice to tackle Germany's current problems. For example, he broke with tradition when he didn't pick mostly career politicians to serve as department heads and ministers, but actually recruited people from the business sector to be in charge of the economy, digitalization and such. So anyway, there will be another vote, as I said, and it's possible that some parliamentarians will accept Merz as Chancellor after all and vote for him then after maybe just symbolically lashing out at him today.
Okay, Lars, talking of Germany's problems, what are the priorities for the new government?
Well, once the new government is in place, there's mainly 2 things. They have to deal with immigration and they need to jumpstart the economy. And to achieve that, especially the latter part, they've actually started already. The coalition partners have agreed to loosen the so-called debt brake, a mechanism that has long hindered investment because the government was not allowed to take on new debt. And now they can. Up to 500 billion euros for infrastructure alone. And the coalition has also agreed on another 500 billion euro package for investment in defense. And that's also an infusion not only in national security, but obviously in the country's economy as well. And then they also want to allow businesses to write off investments faster, which might lead many companies to massively invest in new machines, in new plants. So there are definitely some strong ideas out there. Obviously, Germany is facing challenges, not only a 3-year recession, but also tariff threats from the US. We have some supply chain issues, a lack of skilled labor. So it really does seem that the new government has its work cut out for them, and now we just have to wait and see when that work actually starts.
Thank you, Lars, for all those updates. Lars Holter joining us from DW Berlin.